like everybody's out there just gushing about the Jordan 5 off-whites that are dropping on February the 15th, and you're not going to get that from me. Straight off the bat, if that's what you're interested in, if you're looking for somebody else to just join the herd and follow all the hype and say, these guys are fire, you should never get your hands on these, then you're in the wrong place, because that's not what I'm going to do, and it's not what I ever do. I always give it to you straight and tell you what I think about sneakers, and that's what I'm going to be doing today, because what I am going to talk to you about today is how I think that the Air Jordan 5 off-whites are not a great looking sneaker, and there are many points on them that I think are questionable at best or just plain ugly at worst. So I'm just going to give it to you straight, guys. That's how I roll, and that's what we do here at Talking About It 23 Sneaker Channel. So strap in as we go bit by bit through this sneaker and look at the reasons why I think it is not a classic in waiting. This is a Talking About It 23 Sneaker Channel. Talking About It 23 Sneaker Channel. There's my niche episode of the day, my niche meeting aside. And every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today we're looking at the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 5 Off-White. And as I promised you, I'm going to talk you through the bits on the sneaker that I just don't get. Now, it might be me. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. Maybe Tokyo is just too far away from the center of the sneaker scene to like these guys. Or maybe I'm right. Maybe these are just all hype and there's nothing behind that hype. And they're just, you know, another sort of grab for cash on the part of brands like Off-White or Supreme or those kind of brands that are tying it up with the sneaker world right now. Personally, I wish they hadn't done a bunch of stuff on these and you would be left with what would be a really clean colorway. But they have done a bunch of stuff on it, and it's not really my thing. So that's what we'll be looking at today. But you know what is my thing? One of the rarest Jordan 5s in the world, which is the Oregon Duck. If I could speak right, maybe I should speak like a duck. The Oregon Ducks 5s in green, right here, doing in hand. If you're interested in one of the rarest 5s in the world, definitely check those guys out. And they're worth checking out because this year is the 30th anniversary of the Jordan 5s, dropping 30 years ago in 1990. That was the season when Jordan was wearing these bad boys on court. But the thing is, last year I spent the whole year looking for Jordan 4s to review for the channel because I love the Jordan 4 silhouette, and I was let down time and time again because they were just there was so many ugly sneakers dropped from the Jordan line last year to celebrate 30 years of the Jordan 4, especially those fly knit 4s. No, they were absolutely stinking, and the only two throughout the entire year that I had any interest in were, of course, the bread 4s, and I ended up accidentally getting 2 pairs of those, and then the cool knit, the cool grey. Now I've lost my chain of thought. The cool greys dropped very late in the year. And then we came into this year and banged the straight in there with the black cats. And you're like, why didn't you drop them last year? But I'm wondering, after the mess they made of the Jordan 4's 30th anniversary, maybe, just maybe, that's what Jordan are going to do for the 5s. Is going to play around with it. I don't think the 30th year anniversary gives you license to play around with a classic silhouette. But that's what they seemed to do last year with the 4s. And I hope that's not what they do this year with the 5s. But this doesn't look like a good start to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, the first place I want to look at is actually on the outsole, the Jordan 5 outsole's classic. That translucence in there was a big thing, and it did fade to yellow over time, as it did with the 6s as well. Many people were disappointed by the way the translucence faded to yellow. So they thought with these, what they'd do is they'd go ahead and preempt that and just go ahead and fade it themselves and make it already yellow. Boo! I do not like that. I think that's silly. The aging of a sneaker is part of owning a sneaker, and if it yellows over time, it yellows over time. If you want that not to happen, then go with a different design for your outsole. Don't just deliberately yellow it. I think that's I don't know, it's a bit, it's not the natural order of things when it comes to sneakers. Let them yellow, don't make them yellow. And that outsole leads us up to the midsole. And one of the major things I don't like about this sneaker is that they're calling it inspired by the black metallic 5s, which is one of the greatest sneakers of all time. I don't see it. There's not much between the black metallic 5s and these that is similar. One place is on the midsole and the other place is on the tongue, and we'll get to the tongue in a minute, or what's left of the tongue. And the midsole with those shark teeth coming up from below, very much metallics, the black metallic 5s. And it's one of the few places, like I said, well, one of only 2 places on this sneaker that is drawn straight from those the black metallic 5s, which is why they're saying they're inspired by. I think it's a con, to be honest. I think it's an absolute con. They're saying these are inspired by black metallic 5s because they want you to dig into your pocket and pay for them, because the black metallic 5s are so iconic that they're using that name. They're trading on that name to try and get you guys to buy these. But they're not black metallic 5s. 40% against rights. Does anyone out there know what I'm talking about? One of my favorite sneakers to review for this channel, and I'll put that link right here. Bang! 40% against rights was a really clean sneaker. But what it meant was, I think they were Dunk highs. And the thing was that they had traded out some of the Dunk motifs for Jordan 6 motifs, like the tongue. And what they were saying was that if you have a sneaker and you twist up more than 40% of it and change up more than 40% of it, that original sneaker is lost. And it's not just for sneakers, it's for all art or for anything in general. If you change more than 40% of what it is, it loses the essence of what it is. These guys, these off-white 5s, they have changed much more than 40% of the black metallic 5s. So there's no connection in my mind between the black metallic 5s and these. They are not inspired by the black metallic 5s. They're just, they have a couple of things on there that are from the OGs, and that's it. So it's a bit of a con, if you ask me, Jordan line. And I know people out there are probably shouting at me saying, you don't know what you're talking about, but that's my opinion. If you have your own opinion, let me know in the comments down below. But that midsole is one place where it is a straight swap out, straight from the black metallic 5s. But then you get into the upper, and it's not even the same material. It's a mesh material on there. It doesn't even look like it's black. It looks like it's grey. So it's just like, that's not, no. And then you've got these massive holes. They look like you could put a golf ball into them. Let's go play crazy golf with these. All throughout the sneaker, you've got them on the mesh, on the cage, on the midfoot section there. And then when we get up to the ankle, you've got them on there as well. But the main place where you've got them is on the tongue, because that's the one place where it is a hole that you can look through, whereas on the mesh, it's just a different kind of mesh. You've got the kind of latticed, straight up mesh effect, but then in the middle of it, a circle of different mesh material. But you get up onto the tongue and it's literally a hole that you can look through. And that's why I said earlier that the tongue is the same tongue as the black metallic 5s, what's left of it, because they've punched a massive hole in the middle of it, and so it's not, obviously, because there's a huge chunk missing. In design, in color, in material, yes, same as black metallic 5s, but with that big hole in the middle there, not quite the same really now, is it? And those holes, that's the motif of these sneakers. That's the main talking point, either whether it's the mesh in a different mesh on the midfoot, or whether it's an actual hole through the tongue, or whether it's the box itself which has those holes in them. And I can't find a reason for them, and I came up with my own reason. And my reason is that they're punching holes in a classic. That's what they've done there, is that they've literally punched holes in a classic, and they've metaphorically punched holes in a classic. I just don't get it. I don't get what they're doing here. I know it's off-white. I know with that, pull tag thing, the zip tag, the writing on the medial side, yeah, all those things, great, it's off-white. But just, I don't know, this is just it's the hype beast equivalent of clickbait, as far as I'm concerned, and they're just an opportunity for Nike and Off-White to line their pockets with a bit more of our hard-earned cash. So it's a no for me. Now, you guys out there might like these and love them, which is your choice, your prerogative. And everybody's allowed an opinion, especially at the Tokyo About 23 Sneaker channel, where you get to share your opinions without any fear of being hammered, because a person's opinion is their own thing. And you can't say someone's opinion's wrong because it's their opinion. You know what I mean? It's not, they're not saying and this is fact. these are bad sneakers. I'm not saying it's a fact that these are bad sneakers. I'm saying that my opinion is that they're not cool. And I hope other people have differences of opinions with me, and share that down below. Feel free to, in any way you would like to. People do sometimes hit me up with the negative comments down below, but I always try and interact with them too, because a person's opinion is a valued thing, even if it is different to your own. So please do hit me up with a comment down below if you don't like my take on these Jordan 5s. Personally, for me, it really worries me that we're going to be into another year of Jordan making a mess of the 30th anniversary of one of their signature silhouettes. But time will tell. We're still in January. Well, we're in February now, so we've still got 11 months left for Jordan to pull out the stops on the Jordan 5 line. But it's not a good start as far as I'm concerned. But that's just me. For now, though, time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. We'll be back tomorrow with another game. We play this game at the channel where we get sneakers in hand, rare sneakers in hand. Yesterday it was the Adidas 350 Yeezy samples. There's a link to that. That was an amazing video to see samples of the Yeezy 350 V2s, beautiful sneakers. And we do that every week, and we do it through a game, and that game will be coming back at you tomorrow, so something to check out in tomorrow's video. But for now, time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. But as I do this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.